I have been hearing way back since 2020, Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar. I have asked plenty of Christians if God said vote for Donald Trump because there was something that God needed to do in, on, and through him, would you do it? They say yeah, but then they say God ain't said it. But these are the same people that call him Orange Man and all that good stuff like that. Like when I say, nobody ever said that I was Team Trump. But I'm the woman that went homeless. I'm the woman that left my job because that's what I believe that God said. Now, since I have been hearing Nebuchadnezzar since 2020, do you know how many people, up to and including my new pastor, referred to Donald Trump and Nebuchadnezzar? And I tell you that when I went into this church, it was very clear that they were Team Kamala. Team Kamala. They talked about it. The Democrats don't give away. Conservative is bad to a Democrat. The place where I went to vote, they asked me if I wanted a Democratic ballot before I walked inside. When I was still outside of the church, it was my old church that I went to vote at. They asked me if I wanted a Democratic ballot. You can't have a conservative view and be around Democrats because you're just going to be the devil. But when I say I was fully aware that the church that I was at was Team Kamala, and my pastor just preached a sermon, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that, speaking about Donald Trump in comparison to Nebuchadnezzar. And he was the third person in a week's time who spoke Donald Trump as Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was humbled in the end because my God can do anything. My God can do anything. I don't remember that song. But I used to lead it though. I can't remember how it goes. But he can do anything. He's capable. But what God does not want is a separation. That if my people, it don't say if my Democrat people who are called by my name, if my Republican people who are called by my name, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. But you got some that just think they is alright. Long as they ain't smoking no cigarette and smoking no blunt and going out there to screw before marriage, they is alright. I'd say check up on that before God and see how alright you is. That's where self-analyzation come in, buddy. Because to say that you is alright and you is good, mean you might not got nothing to repent for daily. There was a woman on that Tasha K. I was watching the Tasha K. town hall where she let Democrat, Republican, whoever wanted to come up there and say their piece. When the election was done, she had a town hall. And somebody came up there and made the statement that they believe that Trump stopped God's wrath. Now, who could know? Who could know? Because people are going to believe how they're going to believe. They're going to feel how they're going to feel. Even though it is what it is, I can't imagine that there's a Christian that Larry Reed said, ain't no God in this. I ain't saying that there's God in Donald Trump. I ain't saying that there's God in Kamala. I ain't saying that they ain't God in neither one of them. All I know is that Kamala said that she does not aspire to be humble. And if I just said God don't like haughty, I'm going to say that. And I'm going to still always say what I say. Donald Trump does not throw a rock and hide his hand. That's why everybody hates him, because you know what he's going to do. You know what he's going to say. You know how he's going to act. You know. He ain't putting on no fronts or anything like that. And this is not to say that he is a good person. I don't know him. But what I do know is if there is something that God would like to do through Donald Trump, the people of God is acting like they know better than God. That's all I'm saying. The people of God are acting as though they know better than God. If they are, the people of God are in this zone where there is no possible way that God could be saying, I can use Donald Trump. I would never say that about God, because I don't know what God thinks. Why? Because God's thoughts are not our thoughts, and God's ways are not our ways.